The only way to settle this once and for all is through detective work and forensics.
It's been done. They found Ethan's skin under Christina's fingernails.
Yes, because she scratched him when he picked her up to take her to ER. Oh, now we're back to he said, she said. We need proof. Lucky's a good cop. He'll find it.
Lucky is Ethan's brother.
Oh, come on. Lucky's honest to a fault.
Anyway, the investigation's been closed because my kid can't handle the pressure of a trial, all right? So there's nothing to investigate.
Natasha, that's complete crap. Look, I know you want to protect your kid. I understand, but you're her mother. You can't be totally objective. Now let Lucky reopen the investigation and look into this like it was any other crime.
Okay. But no more surprise visits.
Look, Christina wanted this over with. That's why she drops the charges.
Yeah, you love that, don't you?
Come on, you promised Christina you'd let this go.
How can Christina let this go? It's a small town. She's bound to run into him.
Christina has no reason to be afraid of him.
Christina will feel sick every time she looks at your face. That's what happens with abuse victims. So don't tell me she doesn't have anything to fear.
All right, I don't need to listen to this.
Yeah, go. And do me a favor. If you see her, you look the other way. Okay, well, I didn't get your answer. You think Christina's lying, don't you?
I don't get it. Thought you and Ronnie were friends.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, that makes three of us. Just remember what I said. You don't talk to this guy, okay?
Okay. I just stopped by to give you this mug. Did I do something wrong?
No, buddy, you didn't do anything wrong. Ronnie did.
Excuse us one moment, Morgan. Where do you get off? Huh? Bad-mouthing me and shoving me.
What do you expect? I come in here, you're talking to my 12-year-old brother without a parent around, without an attorney.
It was perfectly legal for me to speak to Morgan since he showed up on his own, okay? And if you take up with Sonny and his family one more time, I'm gonna personally see to it that you lose your badge.
What just took place in this courtroom was a mockery of jurisprudence and open and egregious assault on the rule of law. And I hold all the participants equally responsible. Miss Walsh, Miss Miller, you're as much to blame as your respective charges. Miss Miller, if your client cannot comply with the rules of order, if he cannot keep silent and in his chair, then I will have him taken into custody and restrained. The law makes provisions for violent and unstable defendants. The presumption innocent until proven guilty does not entitle Mr. Corinthos to defy the court or openly threaten a witness. Mr. Corinthos, you are one breath away from having your bail revoked. You can spend the rest of this trial in an orange jumpsuit and shackles, no skin off my back. Miss Walsh, when you put a witness on that stand, I expect said witness to behave, to give evidence in a calm and rational manner, to address his reply solely to you. He is not here to preach to me or to the jury, and he is most definitely not here to goad the defendant. Mr. Zakara, you're here for one reason only: to tell the facts as you remember them, to answer the questions you were asked as clearly and as simply as possible without editorial light. Mr. Zakara, if you cannot show the proper respect to me or to the office that I... You all right, young lady? Name?
Christina Corinthos Davis.
You're the defendant's daughter.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have come.
Call the young lady a cab.
No, it's okay, I'm just gonna go.
Mr. Corinthos, you have been warned repeatedly to stay in your seat.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's my daughter.
And this is a court of law, and you will act accordingly. One more step out of line, I will find you in contempt.
I don't want to fight. I honestly can't believe you sided with that guy.
I did not side with Ethan.
You refused to say that you thought Christina was telling the truth. That guy deserves to be thrown in prison, and you're practically defending him.
No, I'm just saying you're too close to this to be...
No. Don't do that to me.
I'm just saying, Sam, that this is a very emotional issue for you.
Yes, it is. You bet it is. My little sister gets the crap beaten out of her, and she's so afraid to go to a trial that she has the charges against her attacker dropped. Come to find out, you don't believe her or me.
Okay. You trust Christina because you're a loving sister, and that's...
Christina because she's telling the truth. Why don't you get that?
Because this goes beyond me believing that Christina's telling the truth. Sonny wants me to take somebody out until there's proof. I don't know what really happened. And neither do you.
You...
Honey? Sweetie, what happened?
I went to the courthouse.
Yeah. Oh.
To see Dad's trial.
Baby, why would you do that now?
I don't know. I wanted to see what it was like.
Oh.
And see what the witnesses had to say about him, but I never expected that.
All right. What happened? So the prosecutor questioned someone. Who was it?
Johnny was on the witness stand.
And the prosecution got him to talk about Claudia, right?
Johnny said that Dad abused Claudia throughout their whole marriage. And that he called her names, and that he even got rough with her and gave her bruises. And Dad just lost it. It was worse than the night that Claudia died, and Diane tried to stop him, but Dad was just out of control.
Your dad has a pretty icky temper, okay? And it gets the best of him. Oh, sweetheart.
Did he ever hit you?
I know we've been through this. Christina says that Ethan came to her house right after you left and beat her up. But that's not possible because you went to the Hunter Star and you had a fight with Ethan.
It doesn't matter. She got her timing wrong. She had his skin under her fingernails.
Ethan claims she scratched him when you picked her up to take her to the hospital.
Oh, great story. He's got you fooled.
No, I'm just saying that it could be true, and you have to take into account that Christina has lied before.
Oh, come on. That is so unfair. Yes, every teenage girl occasionally lies. It doesn't mean when they're actually saying something serious, you shouldn't believe them.
I know, but I'm just saying that we're focused on Ethan. Maybe somebody else is involved here.
You know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I feel like I'm getting sick to my stomach here.
Okay. If Christina is lying, it's got to be killing her inside. So if you can just calm down for now, let Lucky follow up on this, and he's going to find out the truth one way or another.
Fine. Fine. If you need that, that's fine. I don't. The truth is what Christina says. That's it.
No, your father was not physically violent to me. Okay, in the brief time that we were romantic, he was very gentle and very considerate.
But Sam got beaten up by some guys before Jason. Was Dad one of them?
No. To my knowledge, he has never been abusive to any woman.
No offense, but that's kind of hard to believe. Dad has a short temper. He explodes, like at Claudia's birthday when he said all those cruel and horrible things to her. It was scary.
I know. I agree it was. But you also have to understand that Claudia was imbalanced and violent. And she brought out the worst in him. But I don't believe that he's ever been abusive to any woman.
But he treated Claudia so badly.
Honey, you also have to take what Johnny said with a grain of salt. He's Claudia's brother.
It wasn't what Johnny said. It was Dad.
Please go away.
I don't blame you for being upset. Just look, what you saw in court. Can you just give me a chance to explain?
Mom took Molly to the dentist.
That's good, because that way the two of us can talk without anybody here, just me and you.
You might want to come back when Mom's here. All that time, I thought she was being too hard on you. Turns out she was making you look better than you are.
What you heard in court today was terrible. And, I'm sorry. I don't know how many times I can say that. I'm sorry that you were there when it happened.
Oh, it's okay. I just won't show up to court anymore, so feel free to shout all the horrible things you want.
Christina, the prosecutor got Johnny to go on the stand and bait me. It was a legal trick.
How stupid do you think I am?
Are you sure that Morgan said nothing about Michael to Dante or to Ronnie?
Nothing. And Dante made a point of warning me and Morgan to be careful around him or any cop.
Yeah, but you would have warned Morgan anyway. See, Dante's just working everybody at this point.
Oh, Dante and Morgan got really close this past year. And how could Dante not adore Morgan? He's a great kid. And Dante made it all the way down to the island and then made a point of not finding Michael. I don't know, maybe he's protecting his brothers.
You wanted full disclosure? You got it. The trial is as good as over, and Sonny is all but convicted.